by the Queen's Head Hotel. They're also sponsored by Bulk Nutrients, as well as Tazkino. So the Tazkino Knights out here today, looking to come back and get that bowl back. So we've got the fifth meeting between these two teams in the grand final. I believe the Knights have been to every grand final in the history of the league so far. So far every game has been the Knights against someone, and it's been the Gorillas more often than not. The Knights have 3 Tigerbowl wins under their belt, looking for their 4th today. The Gorillas have, I believe, 3, maybe 2. Well, I don't know. I haven't done my homework, as you can tell. But they're looking to be the first team in the league history to go back-to-back today. So if the Gorillas over there in red, they can manage to walk away with this cup today, then they'll have been the first team to have accomplished that. The Knights, on the other hand, are coming in with a view to taking back what they feel they lost. There's a bit of controversy over the outcome of the game last year, and rightly or wrongly, the Gorillas have taken away the cup, and they are the champions. So it's going to be an interesting game because you've got 2 very high-powered teams, both with something reasonably significant to prove. The Gorillas are out to prove that they belong there, and the Knights are out to prove that they don't. So looking forward to seeing what's happening. Looking forward to seeing how everything goes forward today. You've got the Knights over there starting to get a bit riled up. Referees are now coming onto the field, having their little meeting first. And the Gorillas lined up, waiting to get started. Everybody's fired up. Everybody's ready to go. We've got a pretty mixed audience. There's going to be lots of people watching this who know a lot about football, and there's going to be lots of people watching this who don't know anything about football. So my intent is to try and thread the needle and give some basic information and some advanced information as well. The lead official today, often known as the White Hat, is a lovely chap by the name of Sean Sutton. He'll be keeping the officials all in line and together today. We've got a veteran official crew here. This year the officiating was subcontracted out to a firm called Event Horizon Sports, who've done a reasonably good job. So we're very happy to have partnered with them as part of the league, and looking to go forward with that going forward, I believe. So we've got our team captains going out today, and we've got Brett Lund. He's spent a few weeks recovering from surgery on a Lisfranc break in his foot. So we're really quite happy to see him out here today moving around. For those of you who are in the know, the Lisfranc injuries are really quite difficult to recover from and do require surgery. It effectively means that the bones attaching to the main heel part of the foot were all broken and moved sideways, so he needed a significant amount of surgery. We've had the coin toss. The Gorillas have won the toss and have elected to receive. So the Knights' defense will take the field, and the Gorillas' offense will take the field. So we're just moments away now from the start. The officials will set the ball for the kickoff, and we'll be away. This form of football is 11 on 11. So you have 22 men on the field, and offense and defense will swap out from time to time. So you won't have generally the same people playing offense and defense. They're two separate teams and trained to do what they do. So we're down here sitting next to the players' box. There's a good chance you're going to get a little bit of peripheral yelling and shouting, so bear with me with that today. Getting ready for the kickoff. Number 51 back in the backfield to receive for the Gorillas. Number 21 kicking off. And we're away. Tigerbowl VII's underway. Number 1's got the ball. Making a return. Down at about the 23. So we're looking at 1st and 10 on the 23. Just want to take a minute to shout out to my little boy watching at home. Hi, Gussie, how you doing? And of course, my parents watching in the States. I've got to shout them out, it's a tradition. So, first offensive play of the game, 1st and 1 from about the 23. 33, sorry. Run up the middle. Down for a gain of about 4. A bit less, 3. So little football 101. The offense has 4 chances or downs to move the ball 10 yards. If they haven't done so by the 4th, they'll often take the chance to punt that ball away, or they can take the chance to make another attempt at it. Run up the middle. Stopped at about the line of scrimmage. So if they successfully make those 10 yards on the ground, then they get another set of downs to repeat the process all the way on down to the goal line. If they fail to complete 10 yards in that time, the ball will be turned over, whether it's turned over on the end of the 4th down where the ball sits, or they can use the 4th down to punt the ball away further down the field. Third down, big important down. Quarterback's running with it and stopped. So big decision here. Oh, sorry, we've got a penalty on the field. So the call is defensive, a penalty on the defense, face mask, 15-yard penalty against the defense, automatic 1st down. So the Gorillas get lucky out of that one and get to hang on to the ball for another set of downs. It's number 38 for the Gorillas. It's Suits. Sorry, number 13 is playing. Number 38's halfback, running up the middle. Stop for a short gain. Second down and about 7 or 8 to go. The Gorillas have tended to throw quite a bit this year. Bit surprised that we haven't seen a pass yet. We've seen, here's a pass. Out of bounds, incomplete. So the game started with what looked like 5 consecutive runs and then a pass, which was incomplete. Running play. Small gain. Maybe nothing, actually. Looks like they're punting, so they're going to be turning over the ball here. Down to receive the punt, number 11, Eli Devine. Little rocket man. Very, very, very fast on his feet and very difficult to bring down when he gets the ball. Punt's gone out of bounds. No opportunity to return it. Actually a very, very, very good punt. And the Knights will take over on offense. Gorillas will take over on defense. So the Knights now have to effectively march just about the full length of the field. They're deep in their own territory. But the Knights running a spread RPO, one of the few spread RPOs run in this league, have got a very powerful run game behind number 30, Mr. Lovell, Mickey Lovell, and he's a remarkably flighty and powerful back. Very difficult to bring down. Here he goes, getting the ball. Lead blocker there was number 52, Aaron Whale. Man after my own heart. Four wide receivers and no tight end. So a spread back. Bit of extracurriculars going on there. So effectively what's happening is with RPO, that's run pass option. So the quarterback, once he snaps the ball, makes a decision on the fly based on what he's seeing the defense do, whether he gives the ball to the halfback, which is the runner beside him, or to pass it down the field. Generally, those plays are something that are designed and organized ahead of time. But with the RPO, that's unique in that the quarterback is making the decision on the fly. Another run from Mickey Lovell. The Knights are known for their very powerful offensive line and very gritty offensive line play. You've got number 77, the man-child himself, Sam Kenner. Number 71, McDodd. Number 52, Aaron Whale. And number 54, who I'm not entirely sure who that is, I'm sorry. And Mick Lovell to the outside for a bit of a gain. Looks like it could be reasonably close. I haven't seen where they've spotted the ball just yet. And that'll be a first down, so the chains are moving. Wasn't by much, but they made it. Another four wide receiver set. Running play, Michael Lovell to the outside. Typically very difficult to get down. A little bit more extracurricular activity. As I said before, these two teams typically get along very well, but there's a little bit of history with them in the Tigerbowl. So there's bound to be a few heated emotions today. As long as everybody remains reasonably civil, we're all okay with that. Another running play. Has a pretty obvious face mask. And it looks like it's been called. So one of the rules that we've seen once now and now again twice is you cannot tackle somebody by pulling them by their face mask. That's too much of a safety risk. So anytime the hands are on the face mask, that's going to be a penalty just about every time, and it's difficult to get away with because they tend to have their heads snap around a little bit, which is why even from across the field I could see that was a face mask. So marching down the field now, they're rapidly approaching. In fact, they may be in. They're in Gorillas territory. Typically a very difficult offense to stop the Knights, especially this year. Another run. Not much of a gain. The Knights also opting to not pass very often. Looks like an awful lot of running. With a back like that, you do that, but it's good to see that we've managed to advance to 1955 here in Gridiron Tasmania. But when it works, it works. You got to do what works. Another running play to the outside. Cuts in. Big hit, and he stopped. Oh. Flag down. That'll be a penalty.
They don't run it at it, bro. They take it personal. Go. I remember fucking Victoria on that, man. Fucking Victoria. Great football boy. Hey? I think is that the one that we went to see when the hockey played?
So that's a personal foul for a late hit on the ball carrier. So they've called that as a personal foul. So that distance is going to be half the distance to the goal line. So the players have the Knights have made up quite a bit of ground on that. So those sorts of penalties come down to judgment calls.
Could have been, eh? Even here, keep cool here on the sideline. That did also. That's his brother. That's a whole lot. Yeah, gotcha. Oh, yeah, because I was thinking of him. Yeah.
So we've got a 1st and 10 with about 13 yards out from the goal line.
Mickey's older, right?
Even less, about 12.
Let's go.
Running play to Aaron Whale, the fullback. That's a good handful of yards. So the Knights well and truly in the red zone, pushing to make up that yardage to get into the end zone. Watch that number 52. Probably going to be a few heavy runs. Second down.
Let's go, Ro! Good, Mickey!
Running play at the middle. Pushing for a good chunk of yardage. Let's see where they spot it. Third down and about 2 or 3. Now they can make this first down without getting into the end zone, but it's not much of a difference. There's not much in it.
Go, touch it,
Let's go,
that's
a touchdown.
That's it, baby!
6 points to the Knights. So if you're just joining us now, it's Knights 6, Gorillas 0. About halfway through the first quarter, I would think. So now they have an opportunity to either kick a field goal for an extra point. That's kicking the ball through the uprights, or go for 2 points. I'm suspecting they're going to go for 2 points, which means effectively getting another touchdown here. Fumble. So the Knights won't get the extra 2 points, but they did go 98 yards on the first drive to make the first score. Very good outcome for the Knights, making a good point early in the game.
What was Crowley playing then? Hey? What was Crowley playing?
Sorry. Get that in check. That's all good.
So now we've got a turnover. We'll go back to the kickoff. The Knights will kick back off to the Gorillas again, and we'll get reset for another series. So what the Gorillas have to be careful of here is that the Knights' offense is quite difficult to stop, particularly on the ground. So if they're going to get into a bit of a shootout here from a points perspective, they're going to have to either work out a way to slow down the Knights' offense or get scores as often as they do. So I'm going to do my John Madden impression here and just remind everybody that the team with the most points at the end wins. So the idea here is that they're going to have to score here or start getting defensive stops later on in the game. Number 47 with the kick return.
Get him.
Yes,
Still going. Down with a fantastic return.
Yeah, but he's on the special team squad.
And we have another penalty.
He must. Yeah, that's what I was saying. He must have impressed them
You
when
are
he's
not
first
too
trained.
old. You are, what, the same year as me or 1 year older? You are. Oh, that's right, you're such and such. There you are. I'm Vicky's mum.
Let's see what the refs have to say about that one.
Well, hopefully, Sasha is watching all the way from WA.
Yeah, hopefully. Impressed him when he's first
And
trained.
Dylan, my eldest, is in Sydney and he's actually watching.
Yeah, righto.
And my mum's on Russell Island and she's got weak signal but she can watch a little.
Yeah. Where's your mum?
Russell Island in Queensland.
Oh, righto.
Fabulous day. Got away from
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 3 of the Gorillas. 15-yard penalty, first down. So they'll lose 15 yards off that fantastic return, but they can now get going and see if they can make a statement here to respond to the Knights' opening drive score.
Hey guys. Oh, you can hear it in the live stream. Yeah, apparently I can hear you. Yeah, what?
3 points. 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 3 po Crowley there.
See that last play actually?
There we go. 1st and 10. Gorillas. Handoff to 38. Stopped at about the line of scrimmage. He may have advanced a little bit, but not a real lot there. Doesn't look like.
Yeah, they're on the next play already. They're on the next play already. All right.
2nd and about 10. Another fantastic stop for what appears to be a loss. We got coming through the lines. We got Les Huber saying good luck to Aaron. Best wishes from California. So Aaron's got some people in California rooting for him. So good job, mate. Number 23 getting some love from Alice Springs. Penalty with not much of an advance. Knights getting some love on the live stream. That's fantastic. Five-yard penalty. I missed what that was. I suspect it was probably a. I missed it. It must have been a encroachment. Yeah. So 3rd and about 6. That'll be a false start, or an encroachment. Let's see how they call it. That could go 50-50 sometimes. Yep, there you go. False start. Number 47 offense. That'll take that 5 yards back. So now they're looking at
12.
About 12 yards. As you might be able to hear on the mic, I've got the peanut gallery here helping me officiate.
I'll do my best.
Come sit down and do it with me.
Oh, man. I'll be lost, man.
You definitely have a head for radio. All right.
Not wrong.
3rd down and 12. Handoff in the backfield. That's a pretty questionable call on 3rd and 12 to hand off in the backfield, but it is what it is. Hopefully they were trying to catch the defense offside, but it wasn't quite there. They've had a loss of yardage, so they're now 4th and about 16. You would think they're probably going to punt here.
I like 5,000 calories a day. That's what I like.
So we are punting. You got number 11 back there looking to receive again.
Yeah. I Leviathan, just over here in Buddha, yeah.
Not the best punt we've ever seen. So the Devils are going to get, the Knights are going to get it with, how dare I? The Knights are going to get it with fantastic field position. No one else will do it.
Fair enough.
I'll catch hell for that Freudian slip for the rest of my life, I suspect.
Come on, Kenner. You're an old man for nothing. What are you doing?
Oh, we've got people on the live stream shouting out, saying hello to me. Well, hello. How are you? And then we've got South Australian people rooting for the Gorillas. Well done. And don't forget my incredibly proud mom and dad back in California. What a hit! Woo! So you got Mickey Lovell demonstrating why he is incredibly difficult to slow down. It's an awful lot of mass and power packed into that frame, and quite fast. So comes from a rugby background, so he's got quite a bit of experience in carrying the ball and getting through a crowd. That looks like it's a timeout, but I missed it. Is that a timeout? Yeah, timeout.
There is water on the field. I would hope it's a timeout.
I'm lucky enough to be sitting close enough to the field today to be asking the referees questions, so that's exciting. I'm usually yelling at them, so it's nice to hear them willing to respond to my statements.
Oh, it's a fucking fence. You gotta send me a photo of the outfit. Man, you got the shirt and the shorts, is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We nothing else to fit.
I'm disappointed. Take the video for me. Come on.
Right, so the referee, who always knows what's going on, just told me it's not actually a timeout, it's quarter time. So we're moving from first quarter to second quarter. We're about, funny enough, 1 quarter through the game.
You look like you're in your pajamas.
With the Knights up by 6. 6-0.
Sopranos. I would have guessed nothing else. Glasses, anything? Sopranos after footage.
The ones with the black
You could have worn white socks at least. Tennis socks, right? You could have bought on the white socks. Oh, okay. Where's the side then? You got a Lowe's? That's made for comfort like a 19 XL.
So the teams will flip the field. They'll go opposite directions now. And the Knights take over. With, I believe, 1st and 10. No, I'm wrong. Michael Lovell with another big run. Down just before the 30. So the Knights starting to encroach back into Gorillas territory again. And this is where it gets tricky. So if the Gorillas get more than 2 scores behind at any point, that's going to be difficult to make up because the Knights are a pretty high-powered offense. So a stop here is pretty critical going into the half, that they can at least keep this thing reasonably close going forward. Now, that's not to say that it won't happen, but it just makes their job an awful lot harder. Fumble! Gorillas recover the fumble. That's the stop they needed, the stop they were looking for. Let's see if they can make this momentum count. So, Knights defense coming back on the field. Led by number 21, the man, the myth, the legend. I don't even have to say his name, you know who he is. For those of you who don't know who he is, he's Tom Shepard. The human missile. Oh, Aaron Whale getting all the shout outs with fans in Utah watching. Hello to beautiful Utah. Not a huge gain for quite a bit of distance. So very common in this league to be running outside rather than cutting back inside. That's just an evolution component of the game that will probably be changing in the next few years. We're a bit behind here. They tend to be heavily run oriented and a lot of evacuating outside, whereas I think they're going to start moving to a point where they're going to be teaching the backs to be planting and cutting back inside at some point, which I would love to see. Bit of motion, We're going for a pass play, and the quarterback has to scramble. Oh, boy. That didn't look good. That will almost certainly be a... well, I don't know. I didn't quite see it, but it sure looked like he came down backwards, which may be a horse collar. Yeah, no penalty. Maybe that he slipped. I didn't get a very good view of it from here, so I'm glad we didn't. I'm glad that wasn't as a result of anything bad. For those of you watching online and sitting at home and subjected to listening to me talk for 3 hours, we've got a running play. Just a reminder that the Lifeline phone number is 131114. Was planning on having somebody do this with me today, but that didn't eventuate, so you get to listen to me. I'm dreadfully sorry. Bit of a shout out here from Dylan Valance, shouting out to his little brother, number 99, with an incomplete pass. We got Houston, Texas saying hello to Tom Shepard. Check that out. And a shout out to Anthony Papadelius, very commonly referred to as Papa down here on the ground. Steve from the University Wildcats says hello. And Melbourne, our brothers from across the pond, putting in a good shout out to number 84 for the Knights. Go 84. And of course, it would not be complete with, of course, me mentioning one more time, my dad watching in Manhattan Beach, California. Hey, Dad, how you doing? Another punt with Josh Lysett and Eli Devine back to return. That one might be returnable. Eli Devine picking it up, and off he goes. The Jets are lit. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous every time he touches the ball. Whoa, boy. Down. Big gain, though. So the Knights will take over from about the 30. So now that we've seen the Gorillas get get a stop here, we need to see them continue with that progress. But the Gorillas are going to have to step up the offensive game because they're not making much gains at all. We'd love to see them get moving and put a real game on this. But we are still quite low scoring, still only 6-0 as we climb into the tail end of the second quarter. And a Sunshine Coast shout out to Taz Little. Taz knows you're there with him, I'm sure. Run to the outside for a gain of about 2. And a big call from Sydney, from Will Robinson, to put Tom Shepard, number 21 in, both ways, offense and defense. Well, I don't have any control over that, Will. Sorry, mate, but I'll have a word with the coach at halftime. Okay, so the coach has just informed me that that's probably pretty unlikely. And Luke Chamberlain almost certainly setting me up here with a big shout out to Ray and his brother Steve. Big Steve. Another fumble, and the Gorillas have recovered. So this is where they have to capitalize. They're going to have to start making some inroads on offense here, or else they're going to be in a bit of strife, because they can continue to stop the game all they want, but they're 6 points down. Referee's having a meeting about whether or not he was down. Maybe that he was down. So it is a turnover. So the Gorillas will take over on offense, and as I was saying, they're going to have to make a statement here and get starting to move. Now, it's early in the game. They probably don't have to go score, but they need to find a rhythm where they can start moving on the Knights here, or they're going to be in quite a bit of trouble because they've yet to demonstrate that they can successfully move the ball. Knights defense have been rocket hot this year, just swarming everywhere. They've almost gone undefeated. They had only one loss this year, and it was when they were shorthanded. Unfortunately, that loss was to these Gorillas, so I think they're quite keen to make a statement today. Passing play, up in the air for 23. Incomplete. And an injury timeout for a referee. I think referee may have injured themselves here on the sideline. So I'm being asked to provide some commentary on Sam Kenner being here after spending some time overseas. Sam Kenner did go to the States to play some college football there. I'm not totally sure of what the outcome was from that, but I do know that part of it being difficult was the onset of COVID just at the very beginning of the season. So not a lot of information from my point of view. I can ask around and I'll let you know, but I know that he is back and he is playing this year, and he has been playing, from what I can tell, all year. Big shout out for Aaron DeBear, number 45 for the Gorillas. Absolutely. Aaron's a lovely bloke, and we wish him the best today. Running play to the right with not much luck. I think we're looking at third down here. This is it. This is a statement down. They're going to have to get something going here, or they're going to go into the half wondering if they can move this ball. Pass play, and that'll be a first down, and then some. That was what they needed. They answered back. That's fantastic. So 1st and 10 for the Gorillas. I could be wrong. That might be just about. No, it's not. It's their second first down of the day. Thought it may have been their first.
Come on, Knights. Come on, guys. Get the ball, Dave.
Bit of motion to the outside. Another passing play. Incomplete to the right sideline. Knights coverage looking very good.
on, Dave.
So Knights head coach Mike Hall has been the defensive guru for them for a number of years, but took over head coaching duties last year and is doing a fantastic job, as you can see, with both the defense and the offense looking very, very polished for Tasmania and doing quite well. So another third down for the Gorillas. They need to keep this ball moving. Going for the pass again, and quarterback scrambling out. And chase out the outside for what looks to be a gain of about 2 or 3. Big decision to make coming up to the end of the quarter, which is why the Gorillas have just called a timeout. So they've got a big decision to make. Are they going to go for it? They've got about 7 yards that they absolutely have to have. Failing that, they'll turn over on downs right here at this spot. So in the Knights' position here, what they do is interesting. Do they play the run or do they play the pass? That'd be obviously a coaching decision. But it's a bit of a toss-up. 7 yards is an interesting distance. You can't rely on running that far. But a pass is always a bit of a risk.
Watch, don't jump.
Now they're going to punt, but they're deep into, well, not deep, but they're into Knights territory. So if it is a punt, it'll be a short punt. I suspect they may just be trying to get them to jump off sides here. Just like that.
Come on, Scott, watch the ball, buddy.
And it's a punt and a touchback. So the Knights will get the ball back on the 20. So the the Gorillas, geez, I don't know why I'm doing that. The Gorillas have demonstrated that they can move the ball. They just, they're having difficulty finishing it off now. So they're going to have to get some momentum built up on their side, along with their defense continuing to bail them out with stops here. So a bit of a defensive game today. Both defenses running hot and doing really, really well, which is why we're now cruising rapidly towards halftime with only a 6-0 score. Knights 6, Gorillas 0 at the moment. So, bit of a big stop there with a gain of about 2. Bit of a shout out from Northern Territory to Jed Watts, number 23, saying focus on the game and not what the Knights said about the Gorillas in the past. I'm sure there's a story to that one, but don't know. So we've had line judge Pat Merrick's thrown a flag here. Let's see what he says. Looks like he's calling encroachment on the defense. That's offsides, Gorillas. 5-yard penalty, replaying the down. So to be second down in about 3. So second and short, you'd be expecting either a run play or a real big passing play here. Might be a good opportunity with the time running low to take a shot, but depends how coach is feeling today. Passing play, going deep. And Healy runs into a pack of men. Number 44, quarterback for the Knights, Michael Healy. Never afraid to pull the ball and run, but not real pleased with the outcome that time, it doesn't look like.
Get ready, defense.
So shout out to number 84 for the Gorillas. Having him focus on his old man strength. I love that. There is no doubt that is exactly what he's got. Old man strength.
Go Knights! Yes! Yes!
A run to the outside for a first down. First down, Knights. So I'm going to start calling the teams the Raiders and the Devils now, just so that I can complete the trifecta of calling every team the wrong name at some point today. So apologies for that. A shout out to number 62 of the Gorillas, saying, "Love you, bro." Sorry, 62, I don't love you. I don't know you that well, but somebody does. And spamming the chat for Aaron Wells still yet. It's everybody's favorite fullback, number 52, Aaron Whale. And back to number 30, Lovell. A bit of a bash up the middle. The Knights don't appear to be all that keen to make a ton of progress before the half. They look like they're keen to just run it out, so that may be the case.
Look, someone's flying kite. They should have a massive Knights kite that flies over the field.
It's a second and about 6.
Dad, look! I've got this, Dad!
And the Knights are lining up in trips. Let's see how the Gorillas' defense responds to that. So they got 3 receivers out to the left. And they run it off to the right. Good play call. That'll buy them about 4, maybe more. So I'm going to use my executive nature there and call it 3 and about 1.5. So 3 and 2, we'll say. So third down, about 2 yards to go.
Come on, offense!
And a quarterback keep. That will be, from where I sit, that'll be close, but I don't know what it looks like on the camera. Judging by the response on the sideline, it sure looks like it's a first down. Big shout out for number 65 from Utah. Another Utah viewer. That's pretty special. Oh. So that'll be forward progress stoppage for what appeared to not be much of a gain at all. So apologies for before. Number 54 is Aaron Tuttle. I should have known better. So number 54 for the Knights on the line. I think playing that vital right tackle role. It's Aaron Tuttle. Handoff right into the fire. Big stop in the backfield. Timeout Gorillas. So we have a few minutes here to slake the players' thirst and check up on the messaging online. Go number 52, Aaron Whale. California loves you. They sure do. So do we. He's getting an awful lot of love today, Aaron Whale. Everybody loves him, Mr. 52, walking onto the field right now. Unique human being, that man. Big lovable bear off the field. Big angry bear on the field. So third down and what appears to be quite a ways to go here. Referee's checking some equipment out. Sending a player off the field, it looks like. So people asking for a score update. So we're coming up close to the end of the half. It's 6 Knights, Gorillas 0 at the moment. Very low scoring defensive game at the moment. All right, doing some substituting. And we're off again. Clock is running. 3rd and long. And it's a run to Eli out to the outside for not much gain. Excellent pursuit by number 87, getting there, following him around the corner and getting it done. And what are the Knights going to do here? Will they punt? Will they use some clock and run it out? With 4th and quite a ways to go. So back to punt, number 38, suits for the Gorillas. And my favorite Knight, Josh Lysett, in to kick. One of many favorite Knights, to be honest. And a fantastically high punt. Coming back down in play. It's been touched, but it's recovered by the Gorillas. So this is probably, I don't have a running clock here, but this is probably going to be one of the Gorillas' last shots here at getting the score even before half. So I would think that they're probably going to put a little bit of emphasis on moving the ball here. For those of you asking what the halftime entertainment is, I will be doing a kazoo solo at some point, so stay tuned for that. Other than that, it's going to be fairly quiet and fairly boring, I would suspect. Big pass, tipped away, and falls incomplete. Gorillas desperately looking for a bit of an equalizer to not have to walk into halftime down by a score. You have an open player and pass is a bit short. So my previous history as a coach here for the Knights last year was the only real side effect of that is that while I'm commentating and have a mic in front of me, I'm desperately trying not to yell and shout and scream stuff at the players. Pass the backfield, dropped. Unfortunate drop there by number 38. He's normally just about the surest hands on that team, but struggled with that one that came in a tiny bit low, about his belt buckle level, looked like. So you've got number 11, the Rocket Man, Mr. Eli Devine, back again to return a punt. He's always a very, very dangerous return man there. And the punt is away and going to go out of bounds. Right about the 40, I would think. Maybe the 35. And the Knights take over. 1st and 10. We cannot be far away from halftime now. So shout out from Christy Stone to what I suspect is her quote-unquote little boy, number 56 on the Gorillas. Still 15 years old, playing in the adults competition. I believe he's the Tasmanian youth weightlifting champion. So he's definitely in the right business down here. But shout out from Christy Stone. Woo, big sack. Big sack by number 87. Who I believe is Matthew Winder.
Hey mate, how are ya? What's going on? Oh, just footy. Yeah. Just first game for me. I haven't watched any this year. No, me neither. Oh,
Yeah, happy to take kazoo requests. Feel free to send them through. I can probably do just about anything except Flight of the Bumblebee, I would think.
I thought it was going to be a workable day, but it got smashed out.
Maybe some Eye of the Tiger.
So I thought, fuck it, I'm coming down.
And I did the same. I'm not working today. I've got to work tomorrow though.
So in at quarterback, we've got the youth. Sacked again. He's having a bit of a rough day. So that's Dylan Crossan. He's about 17 years old, and I would suspect is training to become the Knights' next starter, maybe next year. But he's had a rough last two snaps there. So number 44, Michael Healy, the mouth of the Knights, back in at quarterback. Really, frankly, if he wasn't playing, he should be sitting here in this chair because he's incredibly difficult to stop talking. But I love him. Going for a big pass. Missed it by a bit. Bit short, but under pressure. And that's halftime. Looks like. Stay tuned for that kazoo solo.
I didn't even know that Liam played you. Oh, mate, don't play you, right? No, they played once. I played you too.
So I want to take this time to make a priority shout out to one of the Gorillas sponsors, Hillwood Berries. If you need some berries, go down and get some berries from Hillwood Berries. They're absolutely a fine supporter of the Gorillas, along with the Gorillas naming right sponsor, which is Sporties Hotel. I think Hillwood may have unfortunately been left off the commentary from the last grand final, and we want to make sure that we're shouting them out because we love them, and we really appreciate any organization that's willing to spend some money on having this game that's not very popular here in Tasmania be supported and loved. We all love it, but we couldn't do it without our sponsors, so thank you very much to them. We'll also shout out the sponsors again of the Knights, the Queen's Head Hotel, Tas Kino, and Bulk Nutrients. So thank you very much to those sponsors. You've also got Sporties Hotel for the Gorillas. So for those of you watching in Tasmania, I suspect both these teams will be heading back to the Queen's Head Hotel after this, and as will I. So happy to see you there. Come and say hello and tell me what a horrible job I did commentating today, and I'll be happy to buy you a drink. Maybe. Probably not. Anyway, so we are at halftime with the Knights up by 6 points, 6-0. Very defensively balanced game. Looks like what we're going to be having is the Gorillas are probably going to come out with a newfound interest in trying to offensively move the ball. The Knights don't have to change a lot, except maybe a little bit of offensive efficiency. They're giving away a few plays just on some offensive line leakage, not a lot, but a little bit, and some of the force and containment's getting around the outside, it looks like. So I suspect the coaches are back there right now, and I would say that Mr. Brett Weldon, the coach of the Gorillas, is probably over there explaining to them that they're doing what they have to do, but they need to get the offense moving. They are not behind by very much, and the Knights should absolutely not be comfortable yet at this point, because the Knights need to make a concerted effort to continue to drive that football home and get some better offensive movement happening. And we're back. So we're looking forward to the second half of the Taskino Knights and Sporties Gorillas. Score is 6-0 Knights at the moment. So Knights looking to probably come in and make a statement to close this out, and the Gorillas are looking to catch up and make their own statement. Apologies to all the fans who are really keen to hear me have a kazoo solo. Unfortunately, the cameraman who's operating the sound equipment had a really unfortunate kazoo incident many years ago and just couldn't bear the thought of having to listen to that, so he went and cut my mic off. But we're back now and getting ready to go underway with Gridiron, which is what you guys were, logging on to see anyway. We're only just a few minutes away from resuming here. Before we start, we want to, on behalf of Gridiron Tasmania, send out our thoughts and condolences out to the family of Trevor Polden. East Raiders, who unfortunately passed away a week before last. Was all a bit of a shock to everyone, and I thought it would be important that we send out our thoughts and feelings out to his family today, because I know that they're still having a very rough time. So we're all thinking of you. Wish you could be here, but we know you're here in spirit, and we'll see you again. So we're just getting ready to go underway. Number 84, number 11, out there to receive the kickoff. Gorillas kicking off to the Knights. Into the wind, it looks like. And the second half of Tigerbowl VII is back underway. Good return out. Looking to be about on the Knights 30. And the Knights offense will take over. As we're getting into the third quarter now, both teams will have a lot of emphasis on making a statement here. The general rule of thumb is that who wins the third quarter wins the game. So it will be interesting to see how this goes. The Gorillas desperately need a stop and a score here, whereas the Knights need to demonstrate that they've got this game well in hand and put it away with another score. That'll put them into a comfortable place where they can then start to relax just a little bit. 1st and 10. Quarterback gives it to number 30, McLevel, for a short gain up the middle. Looks like a gain of 3-ish. So we'll say 2nd and 6 or 7. Gorillas are definitely fired up, hooting and wailing. Another run up the middle for a reasonable gain. If they can average better than 3 yards per carry, they're in a pretty good shape. Big stop on third down looking here. Running the outside. Stays on his feet. Gets forward for what looks to be fairly close to a first down. So they're going to call that fourth down. Looks like the placement is short, so going to be fourth and very short. Interesting decision here to see what they do. They're changing out to a kicking ball, so it sounds like they're going to punt. So Josh Lysett, number 89, back to punt, with Suits, number 38, back to return. High and away, in the field of play. And down at about the 19. So big drive here. Gorillas will be looking to come out of the half with a big statement on offense, and the Knights are very keen to probably get field position back somewhere around here. So I suspect we'll see a fiery series.
Good game.
Yeah. Well, he's making a pretty good role. Do it if you playing rugby. I'll be thinking of a couple months off before you must be quite shift around if it's naked.
Refs just asking the Gorillas to get some of their spectators back out of the players' box. First and 10 Gorillas.
Oh, bad pass.
Handoff for a loss of about 2.
Bad delivery, that was. That put him under pressure, didn't it?
All right, second and about 11 or 12. Second and 12. Gorillas going the wrong direction. Need to make a little bit of progress here. Another handoff. Up the middle.
Get him down.
And he's off to the races. Drives his own man out of the way. That'll be a first down. What a run. Number 38, Mr. Suits. Shane Yane taking a bit of a walk as the Gorillas set up for first and 10.
All right, I'll speak to you a bit later.
High snap, another handoff. Bit off tackle and stopped for a gain of not much. Take this minute to point out he's number 62 there on defense. Sam Cluck,
That guy.
absolute machine on defense. Audible getting called.
Such a large target.
Pass. And quarterback sticks to run with it. And down for not much.
Yeah, but Josh has taken over now. Josh is a more athletic version and has so far hasn't overtaken.
Number 25, Luke Crowley. The slowest corner in the league. Thankfully today he's not playing corner.
Players that I totally respect for ability, toughness, and speed in the club. Yeah, he's up.
Third down. Running the ball up the middle. For not a real lot again, maybe 1 or 2 yards. Bringing up fourth down and a big decision. Looking like they're gonna go for it on what I think is fourth. So Gorilla's gonna make a statement here, one way or the other. Questionable call. It's gonna be hard if they do give up the ball here. It's a rough place to be. Gets away. Drop for a loss. Knights will take over on downs. Just about the 35.
In the end, he made about 80 yards on the ground all season, but playing a lot more. 2 games, pulled himself out with like one today.
First and 10 Knights. What about the 34?
Yeah, and but I'm like a, bit of a romantic with these guys.
Healy back there directing some traffic. Hand off to Aaron Whale. And that is what he does best. That train doesn't have any brakes, ladies and gentlemen.
Flail all day, every day, up we go. The rest will follow. So he won't play with it. He's moving up to Great.
Second and about 5. Hand off to Michael Lovell. Very close. Going to be about 2 yards shy. So end up with 3rd and 2. Keep an eye on Aaron Whale. At 3rd and 2, you'd be surprised to not see him carry it here. Suspect you're going to see a power run right up the guts. Third and about 2. Aaron Whale up the middle for first down. And more. Carry looked to be about 9.
More like it, mate. That's much more like it. Yeah, that's
That is what that man does.
Lead Union, good on wherever. Just give him the ball. Easiest way, mate.
You can't stop fucking 140 kilos.
No, not when he's running like that, no.
Not when you've got 4 blokes doing the pushing.
And there's a bit of lack of willingness there.
First and 10 Knights
They're starting to worry.
on the Gorillas 19.
Yeah.
18.
But that's where you got to get them. Straight up the guts.
Hand off to Michael Lovell.
Good stuff.
Knights looking to make a statement here with some big runs up the middle. doing what they do best, the power run. Knights have a big old line, so they like to bully them. They like to come in, tell you what they're going to do, and do it anyway. Hand off to Michael Lovell, right up the middle.
So all of that, it was a bit of a sad story. Yeah.
Just about the oldest play in the game, but it always works.
Hopefully, yes.
Phone's picking up some chatter.
Okay, still player box.
Push it, North!
Third and short. Off to Aaron Whale. Pushing and pushing and pushing. He'll be awfully close. Bit slow to get up. Fourth. Fourth down and very short. About a yard. You'd expect them to run up the middle here, but I suspect you're going to see something a little bit different maybe. Outside pitch. And they've got it.
That's it, boys! Great block, boys! Let's go! Let's go, Whoa! Good job, Whoa! Good stuff, Whale! Go, boys! Coming, fella!
So first and what appears to be goal.
Come on, guys!
First and goal, Knights. Could be making a statement here. Michael Lovell through the middle. No official call yet. The Knights think they scored. You're short, coach. So they've come up a bit short. There's only about 6 inches in it.
Let's go, Knights!
All right, so the Gorillas are going to need to make a big stop here.
Let's go, on!
And I suspect the Knights want to just steamroll this through. Fumble. Lucky enough to get his own fumble back. So they'll have another crack at it at third and probably about 1.5. All right, so about 1.5 yards out. Have a look at number 52, Aaron Whale. This is pretty much their bread and butter. I suspect you'll see them give it to him and just choo-choo train that ball up the middle. Let's see how we go. Penalty. Let's see how the refs call it. False start, Knights. So they're going to get moved back about 5 yards. They're on about the 9.
Come on, Knights! This is us!
Third down and goal on the 9. Michael Lovell with the pitch. And down at the line of scrimmage, maybe for a loss. Very close. So it's going to be 4th down at about 9. See what the Knights want to do here. Quarterback and the coach having a bit of a chat.
Yeah. Has he?
Yeah, I still don't know what's happening.
And that looks like the end of the 3rd quarter. Knights in a bit of a situation here. 4th down and 9. Looking to make a bit of a statement. Put this game much further away. So calls online. We got the Monday morning quarterbacks calling for a field goal here. Oh, I have a sinking suspicion that the Knights are not going to do that, but let's see what happens. They could surprise us.
Hey, Dad.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Say hi.
I'm gonna know where Daddy gone. Didn't know who Sam was with his helmet on.
Oh, funny. All right, back to business. What are we doing here, huh? 4th and 9, 4th and goal on about the 9. It's do or die for 9 yards. Michael Healy rolling out, getting chased to the sideline, and down. Turnover for downs for the Gorillas. So Gorillas' field position isn't great, but now would be a great time to put a drive together. They've just gotten a big stop. And with the state of the game here, a lot of games can be broken on just one broken defensive play and a big, long offensive play, you know? So being only down by 6, the Gorillas are absolutely not out of it yet here in the 4th quarter. Looking to run. And down for a small gain. 2nd down, Gorillas. Once again, the Knights looking to close out their record. 4th Tigerbowl victory. Fumble out of bounds. Looked like it was trying to be a pitch, but it ended up being a fumble. Trying to be a pitch, but not trying very hard. There's actually a fair few people out here to enjoy this match today. It's actually a really nice day. A little bit overcast, but that's just keeping the heat away. Fair bit of blue sky and a fair bit of sun. And a lovely breeze. All right, time for the Gorillas to make a play. One up the middle, just off tackle. I'd be giving you down in distance, but I'm not really in a position where I can see the markers at the moment. So hopefully we'll get a bit of a change here. I'm guessing, yeah, it looks like the Gorillas are going to punt it back again. They're going to want a bit of a monster punt here because they've got both really poor field position. And you've got Eli Devine sitting back here waiting to turn on the Jets. So they're going to need a bit of an epic punt here. And that wasn't it. 84 with the ball, doing some dancing. Out to the edge. And out of bounds at about the 30. Knights ball in Gorillas territory. For the Gorillas, that's a bit of a suboptimal outcome. But they still have enough time to make this happen. They just need to get off the snide and get it done. Meanwhile, the Knights are sitting here with a not so comfortable 6-point lead. They sure like to put it away a little bit more. Aaron Whale with the ball up the middle. The choo-choo train comes through. Short gain. About a yard and a half. Second down. Second down and between 8 and 9. Number 30 for a run, Mr. Lovell. Another reasonable game. Let's see where they mark it. Okay, we'll call that about 2, maybe. Third down, and about 5 or 6. Heavy set with Aaron Whale in the backfield. Mickey Lovell running it. Coach obviously sees something. He's attacking that outside wing a little bit, going off tackle to the right side. Not sure what he sees, but he sees something. But it's not really working. That was either a loss or no gain. And now we're at 4th down. And the Knights are certainly not going to punt from here. So let's see what they choose to do. It's looking like they may not be terribly confident in their field goal game, because they could put 3 points on the board here and be 2 scores up. But they've opted to now go for the pass that they've completed for a touchdown. Touchdown Knights. 12-0 Knights. And we have a player down. And we'll take an injury timeout here. So I couldn't quite see here what happened, but he looks like he's up on his feet and moving around. Looks like it could be Josh Lysett. That'd be a big loss for them, actually. They're now 2 scores up, but Josh is a pretty integral part of both the offense and the defense. So having him out on the sidelines is potentially a problem for them. But they do hold the 12-point lead at the moment. So going for the point after, they're almost certainly going for 2, judging by their decisions so far today. So looking for 14, currently with 12 in hand. Let's see what happens. Up through the middle. And looks like they've come up short. So it's Knights 12, Gorillas nothing. Here in the 4th quarter. Gorillas are running very low on time to make up the difference here. Now that said, in the last grand final, they made up quite a bit of ground in the last few minutes of the 4th quarter. But they have not yet demonstrated today that they can get anything moving on this this Knights defense. So Knights kicking off. The man, the myth, the legend, number 21, Tom Shepard, there to kick off. Breeze is picking up. We'll see if that carries the ball any on this kickoff. And we're away. Fantastic kick. Not a bad return, up to about the 35. Although he's a bit slow to get up. Getting up under his own power, that's what we like to see. Knight sideline's pretty fired up. So they're playing without number 89, Josh Lysett, who would normally be in at corner, I believe. Motion to the outside, passing play, going deep. Almost. Just behind the receiver. Fantastic effort, but was not quite able to come up with it. I hate to say it, you put that on the quarterback because he actually beat his man and he was coming up from the outside and was thrown behind him, unfortunately. Second down and 10. Big pass and caught. Hey, you've got players here who are excited and shouting fumble, but that was not a fumble. The ball got away from him for a second, but he managed to get it back. So that won't be a fumble on the on the books. It was actually a fantastic catch in traffic, and the quarterback made up for it for the previous throw with a halfway decent throw to where it needed to be. So the Gorillas starting to get some fire where they needed it. that pass was what they needed to get that momentum going again. Defense struggling to get their assignments going, so Knights coach at the very last second called a timeout there.
Yeah, how are you? Yeah, good mate. Yeah, just probably. Me? No, I'm just here watching with a mate. Oh, right, sorry. Yeah, my foster son's out there.
So they're starting to organize themselves here. I think they know where they're at. The loss of Lysett has put them in a bit of a position, not really knowing where everybody should be. But it looks like they've worked all that out.
My 60th birthday. I thought he came to my 60th birthday instead of celebrating. Oh, right, cool. So they lost last year, but they shouldn't have. Right. So they got, look, this slack off. Yeah. I've absolutely heard of it. It must be long to go.
So 7 minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
There's 7.5 before the
Knights are up by 12.
Thank you.
Pass up top. Intercepted. Angus Bailey taking it away. Out of bounds. What a return. Great field position. And we have a flag on the play. That's bit of an issue going on here. Bit of extracurriculars here. Knights having a bit of a powwow on the sideline. So let's see who we call the penalty on here. That incredible return may end up coming back a little bit. Just waiting on a referee signal.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
So 2 unsportsmanlike conducts, 1 on the Gorillas, 1 on the Knights. As a result of that, there's no penalty engaged, so the penalty's offset because there's no point in giving one team 15 and then taking it back away again. So 2 offsetting penalties, personal fouls. That's unfortunate to see, but at the end of the day, that does not change where we're at in the game. So I suspect what's going to happen here is they're going to start trying to run the clock out. So you can expect the Knights to go to even more of a just middle run mode. Try and get that 3 yards in a cloud of dust going. And they give the ball to Aaron Whale for the first step of that. Looking to run some time off the clock and put this thing away. The longer they can have the ball, the more they take the ball out of the Gorillas' hands and prevent the Gorillas from an opportunity to go back on offense and go and get a score to tighten this up. So the smart play here is effectively what they're doing, which is just short runs to run time off the clock. In the event that you do a pass and the pass is incomplete, the clock stops. But when you make a short run like that, the clock continues to run after the play. So obviously that huge interception by Angus Bailey, the boy wonder, has taken an awful lot of the momentum out of the Gorillas. They desperately need to get a big stop here. They know that the big middle run is coming with number 30 and number 52. Although that one's outside and off tackle. But the fact of the matter is despite knowing what's coming, they still have to stop it. And that's not easy to do against these guys. But interestingly, they're keeping the Knights to just about nearly the lowest score they've had all year. I think they're even with their lowest score. I think the lowest score was 12. So the Gorillas putting on quite a defensive show and doing a fantastic job. Just weren't able to get their offense moving enough so far to get them into position to be successful yet. Timeout Knights. Knights are going to stop and have a bit of a chat about a few things. Get a bit of water out onto the field. Will Robinson on the commenting is suggesting that we let number 21 do it all. We give him the ball on offense and let him kick a field goal as well. I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I'm not coaching, my man. Sorry. Awesome catch to Jed Watts, number 23. Absolutely, that was a fantastic catch. Punting it away. Looks like he was aiming for that coffin kick, trying to get it out of bounds near the end zone. I couldn't quite see from here if he managed that. Sure looks like he might have. No, I'm wrong. It'll be a touchback. Come out to the 20. Gorillas back on offense. 1st and 10. That was a bit of a false start that nobody saw, but that's okay. Ooh, big hit. Second down and about 1 or 2. Gorillas need to start emphasizing the point here. Pass in the backfield. Brought down by Weeds. Mr. Weeding playing well into his old age. Remarkable player and doing an amazing job doing the open field tackle. So a statement here that Australian Gridiron needs some cheerleaders or dancers or entertainment. I'm taking that a little personally. I'm clearly not enough for you. That's a bit sad. Run up the middle. Halfway decent game to the outside and brought down on the sidelines. Unfortunately, if you had dances or entertainment, it'd be a 58-year-old overweight beer drinking man. So just, you know, be very careful about what you wish for. Everybody getting a bit fired up here. Gorilla's running out of time to stay in this. We are almost certainly coming to the last few minutes of the quarter. And dare I say, they are running out of time to make a difference here. Interesting matchup. You have a wide receiver on a linebacker here on the left. They've missed that. They're going to for the run and quarterback slide. But those runs and those on, you know, in play stoppages are running the clock. So the Gorillas need desperately to get into the air. At this point, they're probably a bit scared of that because of the interception, but they need to get it going up in the air, or they're going to shoot themselves in the foot with time. They're probably, I don't have a clock here, but I'm guessing since we were 7 minutes out not that long ago, we're probably in the last 5 minutes of the game here, and they're going to run low on time to run it up the middle, like that. So they got the first down there, but they are chasing the clock a little bit.
Anything's better than working insurance. So I haven't heard back from Edwards.
Big, going for a big pass and running. It's a flag down in the backfield. This may come back for holding. Waiting for the ref's signal. Holding, number 71 offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat the down. So they're taking a big step back, which is not what they wanted. Obviously. Big pass. Pretty well underthrown. Very nearly intercepted. Wasn't that far away from the night. But that's the right plan. They're going to have to come out here and start really trying to throw. Number 21, Tom Shepard, here on the sideline, doing some warm-ups, and gosh, I just have to say, what a fantastic specimen of a man he is. So, a bit of a poor throw there, right into the dirt. Trying to get the gopher to go deep, but that didn't work out very well. So the Gorillas trying desperately to stay in it here. Once again, we're live from the Hobart Showgrounds. Knights are up by 12 with not long to play now. Looking for the pass, it's not there, and takes a sack deep in his own territory. So with a turnover on downs, the Knights have remarkably good field position. And yeah, it's starting to not look very good for the Gorillas at the moment. Gorillas came back from third place to knock off the Devils in the preliminary final last weekend. And we're showing a really, really strong resurgence in the second half of the season, as they did the year before, in fact. But it's looking like they're struggling to keep up with the Knights this year. Well, it's certainly not over. It isn't looking good. Fumble. They've got their young quarterback in there again. Waiting for the refs to place the ball. There must have been a penalty there I missed. I have no idea what's going on. It's not the first time that's happened in Tasmania and Gridiron.
It wasn't 24/7. It was every night. How is that 24/7? No, it's not.
Luke Crowley asking for the ball. That's nothing new. Number 25, almost certainly hoping to be the hero of the day, as he generally claims he is. Aaron Well with the ball. Driving and not quite there. Valiant effort, but not quite. Mick Dodd, the leader of that offensive line coming off here. Might need a bit of a spell. And I gotta be honest, I'm not sure who that is going on to replace him. So we here in Tasmania have an awful lot of players who have a good crack but aren't totally sure what they're doing, and following on with that theme, I'm commentating like that. So having blown that play dead, I'm guessing that we had a false start. Yep, that's what it was. So they'll bring the ball back. 5 yards. And have another crack at that second down. Another false start.
It'll be scenes of jubilation this time around.
So another false start penalty. So for those of you playing at home, a player on the offense can't move unless he's in the backfield until that ball is snapped. So if somebody on the line jumps ahead before the ball is snapped, that is a penalty. That is a false start worth 5 yards to the defense. Young fella going under center. Dropping back, throwing it out to Eli. Bit high. And incomplete. So unfortunately, the quarterback missed Crowley, who was over in the far quarter of the end zone. He's expressing his deep displeasure in the decision to throw to Eli, who was covered. But I'm sure he's doing it appropriately and with candor. Hand off to Aaron Well. Timeout, Gorillas. So good news, I can see Josh Lysett up and walking around on the sideline, so it's obviously not terribly serious what he's got going on, but has not gone back into the game yet. Bit of personal changes going on here. Crowley coming off for the big play. He'll be gutted. Right off the hands of 84. Turnover on downs. Gorillas will take over the ball deep in their own territory. Just a few minutes ago and down by 12. It's not the outcome they were looking for today, but it isn't over yet. Gorillas looking to start going no huddle here. Penalty flags thrown. And they're waving it. That's good. More passing, I suspect, and a big sack. That looked like Dr. Krupp back there. By day, a doctor of economics. By Saturday, a foaming at the mouth football machine. So Gorillas desperately looking to get some yardage here. They're going to need it. Pass it down the middle. Almost caught. Off the hands of the receiver who's looking for DPI, but is not going to get it because it wasn't there. Turnover on downs. Offense will come back on the field for the Knights. Gorillas are going to need something magical at this point. So big shout out to the Gorillas defense who put up an absolute master show today, slowing the Knights right down. Just wasn't quite enough. The Knights defense was just as good, but the Knights offense managed to get a few good drives together, including a 98-yard drive to start off, which was pretty impressive. Big pass for a touchdown. Number 84. Actually, not a touchdown. Sorry. You'll have to forgive me. I'm all the way on the other side of the field and trying to deduce through trigonometry what's going on over there. So just joining me is Tim Taylor from the Devils. How are you, Tim?
Yeah, very well, Derek. Very
Good.
Well.
Come sit down.
Absolutely gorgeous game.
Come sit down and have a chat with me, buddy.
A bit of commentary.
Absolutely. So, Tim is you're still the tight end, yeah?
Yes, yeah.
Yep.
Also wide receiver, running back as
Yep,
well.
awesome. Very good. So what do you think of the game today?
It has been excellent. A great display, especially on defence on both sides.
Absolutely. The defenses have just taken away this game, I think.
Yeah, quite flawless.
Yep.
Like some of the old hands on the Knights offence have been pushing things through, and that sort of kept it exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Whale has had a beast of a game.
Absolutely,
Sam Kenner up there as centre, he's doing the job. But yeah, what can you say? It's like the Knights' day, it would seem at the moment.
Yeah, it's looking less and less likely that the Gorillas are going to be able to pull this out.
Yeah.
Down by 12, only not long to go now, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, but there's certainly no discredit to the efforts they've put in. Josh Smith, as always, is best, and there we have it.
That's it. That's game. So, referees have just called time on the game, and that would be the Knights winning Tigerbowl number 7 and their record 4th Tigerbowl.
Yep. They take the odds, mate. They trump 1,
right.
3, 5, and 7.
That's right. So now they just got to break the odds and do it next year, hey?
As the Devil speaking,
absolutely,
preferably not. But good luck to the.
Well, we hope we get to see the Devils there. That'll be fun.
Yeah, that's it.
That's always fun. But yeah, so it's was quite a game today. Yeah. I think you had some really amazing performances from the Gorillas defense.
That's true.
They held the Knights to just about the lowest score I think they've had all year.
That's it. Little commanded quite well, as completed a fair few passes today, but didn't quite have the completion rate I expect he'd want.
Yeah, I also thought, and I don't know what your thoughts are this, but I thought the play calling for the Gorillas was a bit conservative today.
Yes.
They ran a few times and they probably should have pushed the
edit out
envelope
and stuff. But that could come down to, Taz has only played for 2 or 3 games. So he's had a late sort of return from injury. Massive credit to them, getting the play calling out what they could. But you are right.
Absolutely. I don't think anybody expected anybody to hold the Knights to 12 in the grand final.
No.
So no. I think if somebody told me the Knights were going to score 12 in the grand final, I would have assumed they lost.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So the fact of the matter is that coming out with that, their defense did a really, really good job.
Yep.
And did a remarkable job slowing the Knights down, who've had just a high nitro offense all year, just about.
Yeah.
Really difficult to stop.
Massive credit to
I've been
Steve.
on the receiving end of that a few times, and so have you. So
yeah, that's it.
You know, they and number 30, Michael Lovell, their halfback, just a bugger to bring down.
And you know, he'd be close to coming in for man of the match. Just you know, the results like that, he would easily have. He'd have 100-yard rushing game, I think,
Absolutely.
out of this.
Yeah.
And you know, you certainly can't fault that. Josh Lysett, that second touchdown, you know, very much needed.
Absolutely.
The icebreaker, and you know.
Yeah, I think the backbreaker was that interception.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
it.
pretty
Angus
much the end of it.
Bailey, you know, and a tidy little return on that.
Yes,
it just kind
absolutely.
of just makes it untenable to get back from. But,
Now, I have to say, you know, I often have a few complaints about refereeing, particularly as a coach. Like, it's my job to not be happy with the refereeing.
Yeah,
I
gets
saw
a
a
bit
super
harsh.
well refereed game today.
That's it. And I think, you know, they benefited for having the six-man crew, especially when they took an injury. You know, it's very rare to see the officials take an injury, but Baden, hopefully you're feeling all right with your ankle injury. But,
Absolutely.
you know, the officiating was pretty much top-notch throughout the whole game. So, you know, and no major injuries, which is a plus to this sport, especially in Tasmania.
Absolutely.
At this level.
Well, we've seen a few ambulances this year, haven't we?
Oh God, that's the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah. So it's good to not have seen that today.
That's it.
But yeah, so look, congratulations to the Knights. Their fourth Tigerbowl. They get to take the hardware home today, and Devils can go get it next year. Yeah.
That's it. Good luck to all teams next year.
Absolutely,
and,
man.
Look forward
Good
to
luck.
seeing you all. Well done
Absolutely.
to the Knights and well done to the Gorillas.
Definitely.
All right, Derek.
All right, thank you, Tim. Thanks for joining me, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Have a good one, buddy. All right. All right, thank you for joining us today. We'll let you go now. We'll be back in a few minutes with the trophy presentations.
This is number 4 in this iteration. And it never gets old. Ever.
Right here. G'day, mate.
Let's go, guys! This one! Let's take a picture together, come on! Come on, we've had to play these tricks 5 times.
I swear the fuck though.
Is that Ashley's niece?
Third niece, yes. Oh, quite a lot actually. Yeah.
Kristen, must be an odd year. We've won the premiership. Every odd year.
I already found her. I asked her.
Probably not, let's be honest. And when you too, we said the same thing. So I said this. So it said. It would have been 24 if somebody.
Sweaty, man. You can't see it.
Did you get water tipped over it?
Yeah. if we can get them all
Oh,
over here, or yeah.
Hey, everybody!
As long as it's standard right there.
Round here, please, this way.
You got 1 million? I need it on Facebook.
Gorilla!
So, I'm here! Run next week. Can you come up and train? Oh, yeah, now that this is over. I want to run your rig.
I'm literally right in the centre of the camera.
Joshua and Vision Deborah Celessi, 4x100. So I'll get a bit average. Get them all. All right. But I'll see you soon. Yeah, no, that's all good.
Go bring around here, please, guys. Around here. Around the front. Keep walking around. Let's go. Hustle, guys. Come on. All right, guys. Can you all hear me all right? Yeah, well. So we're going to start off with the MVP awards for the season, which were actually organised. How good's this board? My God. So I'll start with the lineman of the year. Very contested, Mr. Sam Kenner. Come this way, come this way.
Hey, I've got moves as well, don't worry. I've got moves like a receiver.
Well done, mate.
How we doing,
Face the camera. Give a wave. Beautiful. How do you fuck off?
All right.
I mean, sorry, I've got us live. We'll go with now the Defensive Player of the Year, Nathan Winder. Where is he? All right, I'll take it. Thank you. Right, good. All right, so now we go. The Offensive Player of the Year is Joel Sims here. Do we have a devil to give it to him? There we go. Well done, Joel.
I put on a few kegs since my injury.
Well done, mate. Cheers. And the big one, Gridiron Tasmania 2021 MVP, Mick Lovell.
Good job, Mickey.
Well done, mate. Very well deserved, man. Well done. Look, smile and wave. There we go. Cheers, mate. This is my drinking cup for the night. That's what I said to Tom last year. All right? Unfortunately, I've got it. What's that? No, I said what I said last year. I haven't got that bit yet. So, guys, on behalf of the Gorillas, I want to thank the Knights for an amazing game again. I outplayed today, best team on the day, definitely with the Knights. So I want to present the Tigerbowl to the Knights. Mr. Mick Dodd, come and see me. Well deserved. Now, if you want to call out your players one at a time, we can do that. We'll be here for an hour, but we would do that. We would. And Derek will step in my place to hand out those because I'll get out of the way. Sit this down over here, but not give it back to you. Till next year.
You're right.
So here we go. Okay. Hang forward. Brett Lund.
Yeah! Yeah, Brett.
Ashton.
Well done, Ashton. Good game, mate.
Aaron Tuttle.
Yeah, Aaron!
Josh Lysett.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate, that it's not going to work. Oh, we'll leave you hanging. Nick Toff. Well done, mate. Thank you. Eli. Excuses. That's it, isn't it?
That's it, that's on.
Angus.
Yes.
Thanks, mate. Papa. Dylan.
Good job, Dylan.
Mo.
Yeah!
Well done.
Don't run up to the gym yet.
Mr. Crowley. Scotty. Vandy. Is it?
Yeah,
Jeremy. Holiday. Our very own crazy lineman, Cruppy. In his last game of Gridiron, apparently, Mr. Adam Weeding.
Yeah! Doesn't he say that every year?
Yeah, he does that every year. More comebacks than Johnny Farnham. Griff. Mickey Casey.
Oh, let's go!
Yeah! We are low or high?
Yeah, Michael Casey!
Of course you can wear it! Cooper.
Yeah!
Let's go, good work!
Pull the pants up there on TV. Oh. Tommy Shepard.
My man.
Aaron Lovell. Yes. Michael Lovell. Cheap ass Aquaman. Mr. Healy. Carl. Sammy Clark. Oh! Sam Kenner. Have we, are you hiding there, Pete Berwick?
Yeah!
I know. Well done. Hiding out the back, Aaron Whale. Yes. Tristan. Yes, other Tristan.
Congrats, man.
Last one.
I think what? No.
I was going to say. Just,
Yeah, no. There's something more. Don't worry.
Let's start with Taki. Coach Aegis.
Thank you.
Coach Chamberlain.
We're going to get one of those hats, man.
Coach Hall. Hiding at the back, Liam.
And maybe we give a big round of applause for Big Dodd.
And one more. Dev.
Come on!
Thank you, sir. Well done.
All right, thank you all for coming today. Drive safe.
Hey!
See you next year.
You forgot this. Thank you, everybody.
We've got the salad bowl.
No, you're giving me